Kids Safe the Video has been produced in cooperation with American Academy of Pediatrics.
So what's crazy is that it's legitimate. Like
Yeah.
it's funded. It's this pharmaceutical company, and then you find out that it's produced by Stuart Gordon of
Yes.
Reanimator, From Beyond, Castle Freak. Like in the middle, they're just like, I mean, you don't know this if you're watching. It doesn't really plaster his name on it. But what's cool, I guess, for us, because we get to nerd out about it, and in retrospect, the nostalgia is great. But why in the hell did this pharmaceutical company and the Pediatric Association or whoever it was, like, they're like, listen, we're gonna get the guy who just made Reanimator, and we're gonna get him to do the safety video.
What's weird about it too is that, usually with gigs like this, you'll get a director that needs a job. They're just trying to
Mhm.
get a paycheck, you know, just get some money, pay some of the
Yeah.
bills. Because not, there's even auteur directors that have taken jobs strictly to make a little money. But Stuart Gordon legit directed, written, and produced all by him. So this is somewhat almost as like a passion project because he is
Yeah.
like I wouldn't even say passion. That's a wrong way of articulating it. But like
Yeah.
his fingerprint is all over this. If all three of those credits are going to him, this is his baby. As absurd as that sounds, and this is 1988.
Yeah.
So this is during the you even think of the 70s, 60s, those kind of scared straight videos were still a thing where they
Yeah.
kind of like kids don't smoke pot or your brain will turn to mush or whatever, and in the 80s they had the Ninja Turtles telling kids to not
Yeah.
smoke and drink and don't smoke crack. Pee-wee was telling you. So like I feel like that was just a thing, but the
Yeah.
fact that they hired a horror director and Stuart Gordon did non-horror stuff as well. But for the
Yeah.
most part, we all know him because of his horror films.
What was interesting that I found out was that I didn't actually know this until looking into it, but he was slated to direct and he wrote Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And so this was a year before, and in his bio, his daughter was saying that like he had been like venturing out. He really wanted to do Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I don't know how it fell through. Like he didn't end up doing it, but he wrote it, and it was a bedtime story he used to tell his daughters at night. So I was like, is this weird precursor for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? Like him trying to like delve into children's work?
I mean, honestly, I could see that. That's he could take it to Disney or whatever and like, hey, look, guys, I produced this kid's safety video. So obviously I'm all for the children, not
Yeah.
just like reanimated corpses coming back to life and deformed mongoloid creatures. I can also do cute stuff. So that's, I'm glad you mentioned Honey, I Shrunk the Kids because I forgot about that. And you're right. He did write the script, but there was some political reason why he couldn't direct it. And I could see that this was him dabbling, possibly. Obviously, I'm not him. You're not him. We don't
Yeah.
know. But with that coming out shortly after, I could easily see that this might have just been his way of trying to work on a kid's project. Just kind of like be able to show it off and tell people
Yeah.
like, look,
Just throw it on
did,
the resume.
yeah, I did this, etc. And I'm not just like a gore guy. I can also produce children's content, which I honestly, this is probably as far from what a kid would want to watch. I don't think a 5-year-old would be entertained by this.